What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at again with another video. So I'm gonna check out Hulk Hogan reacts to loud boos, WWE return canceled, why WWE's destroying kayfabe, and other wrestling news. This should be a pretty interesting one. We all know Hulk Hogan came out there. He thought he was going to get a babyface reaction, but no. LA said, nah, fuck you, Hulk Hogan. And they gave him a chorus of boos. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was quite hilarious. So we're gonna check this out. Appreciate all the love and support you guys have shown on the channel. Let's get right into what WrestleMania has for us today, man.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with another news video. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a major WWE return cancelled, Hulk Hogan's reaction to the massive boos that he had at Raw's debut on Netflix. Why is WWE breaking so much kayfabe? Is WWE still planning The Rock versus Reigns? Roman Reigns' act of kindness? John Cena confirms a new WWE role. The WWE 2K25 cover leaked. WWE confirmed the 2026 Royal Rumble location, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleMania XL. And now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at a major WWE return cancelled. Our top story today takes a look at an interesting report relating to last night's Raw and how it's been revealed that WWE decided to cancel return of a former WrestleMania main eventer. Now, according to Body Slam's Corey Hayes, Becky Lynch was initially going to return during the Liv Morgan vs. Rhea Ripley women's title match. The initial plan, from what I heard, Becky Lynch was scheduled to appear tonight. She was in town, she was scheduled to appear within the Women's World Championship segment, but instead, you got an Undertaker appearance. The WWE obviously went into the Raw debut on Netflix wanting to showcase as many legends as possible. The Undertaker cameo alongside Rhea Ripley was incredibly wholesome.
Yeah,
and
it was.
definitely lit social media on fire. With that being said, this does imply that Lynch is set to feud with either Rhea Ripley or Liv Morgan, and with WrestleMania season just around the corner, a Lynch vs Ripley rematch on the grand stage isn't exactly out of the question. Next up, Hulk.
Yeah, that would have been interesting too if she would have came back. That would have been a nice little stare down. But I like that they decided to go with the Undertaker because it was just cool for her to get that moment with him, that iconic pose between those two. I think that was just a dope, wholesome moment, not for us fans, but I think even for Rhea herself. I know that shit was probably one of the coolest things she's gotten to do, and she'll always remember, that moment. So.
Hulk Hogan reacts to the massive boos that he faced on
Fantastic.
Raw's Netflix debut. Now, Hulk Hogan was at the premiere last night of Raw on Netflix, and the reaction that he received was monumentally bad. About 18,000 people were booing Hogan right out of the building. You can even see that when he was doing the promo, he was quite shaken up and kind of didn't realize that this was the reaction that he was going to receive.
Yeah.
However, Dr. Chris Featherstone has an exclusive on the situation, and Hogan has admitted that the reaction may have been a political influence. A statement was made saying he stood for what they didn't stand for. Now, according to the source, apparently this reaction didn't shock Hogan. He thought he was going to be 50-50 heading into LA. I mean, all political differences aside, The Undertaker supported Donald Trump, but he still got cheered in the arena. And let's be fair, it was down to Hogan himself being a shit individual. What do you guys think?
And that's the argument. What people don't understand, take the political side out of it, if you will. More people like The Undertaker than Hulk Hogan in his later years. That's just what it is. And the fact still remains. They both supported Trump. I may not agree with it personally. Many others may not agree with it personally. But I think more people are willing to and wanting to see The Undertaker and wanting to, cheer him than Hulk Hogan. And here's the thing, too. We know Hulk Hogan has said some wild stuff in the past. And I'm a type of person, you can forgive people. You should be able to. I know the internet doesn't, but you should be able to. But even then, more people still are going to choose The Undertaker over Hulk Hogan 10 times out of 10. Maybe 9 times out of 10. There's certain people that will ride and die by Hulk Hogan, but most people are going to choose The Undertaker regardless. Like, let's not act like the last time Hulk Hogan wasn't out there on WWE television, he got booed. He got booed too, still. It's just one of those things where the LA crowd maybe put their political biases into the mix. They let it be known. he was gonna get. They let it be known they didn't like him. I think a lot of cities, not every city, but I think if he was to go to a lot of the major cities, they would probably still boo Hulk Hogan, bro.
Next up, The Rock to appear on NXT. And there's a lot of discourse related to The Rock currently, as a lot of fans are questioning the purpose of his Raw appearance last night. The Rock basically turned babyface and made amends with Cody Rhodes, and it was implied that the final boss wouldn't be working WrestleMania 41 in April, meaning the rumored match versus Roman Reigns isn't happening this year. With that being said, The Rock's WWE appearances aren't over, as The Rock confirmed via Instagram that he'll be on NXT tonight. This will mark The Rock's first ever appearance on the brand, and it will no doubt lead to a rating surge for the show.
For sure.
Next up is WWE still planning The Rock versus Roman Reigns.
And here's the thing, I did make a video talking about, no more heel Rock and what potentially could that be. Hopefully this was just a one-off, but I don't know. I don't know if this was a one-off situation. I still think they could have used heel elements without him going like full, heel final boss Rock that we got WrestleMania season last year. I think they can use different elements. He still could have teased some things while making sure the Netflix and everybody else, it was, appeased on the side. I think he still could have teased some elements of what we've come to see from The Rock for the past year now, but they decided not to, and this really does put WrestleMania in question. Do I think it will still be a great WrestleMania? For sure, because they have options, and that's the brilliance about this year's WrestleMania. We have options for some great main events, but obviously one of the biggest they can ever put on is Rock versus Roman. So I don't know.
Speaking of The Rock versus Reigns, whilst it looks like the match is off the table, for now at least, Reigns was asked directly about the match during the post-Raw press conference, and this is what the former WWE champion had to say. "I don't have to tease anything, you guys do it for us.
Yeah.
We're just gonna let the internet do its thing. That would just defeat the whole purpose of this. The internet won't do its thing if it said yes or no, so we'll see. WWE could still potentially pivot and deliver the match this year, yet the Raw debut on Netflix was a perfect opportunity to set the stage for the dream match.
For sure.
As for Reigns' WrestleMania 41 opponent, it's widely been reported that Reigns will face CM Punk in a match that will be a strong contender to take one of the main event slots of the weekend. Next up, CM Punk.
And here's the thing, bro. That's why I say if they don't do The Rock, for whatever reason, they still have so many other avenues and options that they can still go with. So we really still don't know. Would have last night been the perfect opportunity to tease that moment? Yes. But we still have plenty of time until WrestleMania. So I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt on what could possibly happen. But if we don't get Rock versus Roman, I'm not going to lose no sleep over it. I know some people will be disappointed, but hey, we got other main event quality matches that we can put on for WrestleMania as well without The Rock. So
Punk coming for The Rock and John Cena. And now that the feud between CM Punk and Seth Rollins appears to be over, Punk has set his sights on winning the 2025 Royal Rumble and winning the world title at WrestleMania. Punk is now officially declared for the match, and according to Punk on the post-Raw press conference, once he's world champion, he wants a match against both The Rock and John Cena. I think I want gold around my waist, but both of those names come with big fat paychecks, so I'm not going to say no to it. It could be interesting. I wouldn't say no to it. I mean, to the big high-pressure money situations, that's when I come alive. I think I owe The Rock. I definitely owe John. I passed John Cena in the hallway. Looked a little tired. I think he needs to go to sleep.
Saw that clip.
Punk and Cena both previously teased working together in 2025, and it's likely that both men will interact at the Rumble event next month. Next up, CM Punk reveals his retirement plan. Now, it's one of the worst kept secrets in wrestling that CM Punk is destined to have an influential role in WWE when he retires. Since returning in 2023, Punk has been working behind the scenes in NXT, and this is a role that Punk was born to deliver, as he's received some rave reviews from NXT staff members and NXT wrestlers themselves. But Punk has now confirmed that there's an avenue to stay in the wrestling business when he retires, and this is what he had to say during the recent interview with Nightcap. No, I don't think there's an avenue for me to continue to be in the business, behind the scenes, helping. But I think if you're worth your weight, you're doing that now. I think on a football team, on a hockey team, on a basketball team, there's the veterans that help bring in the new talent, the young guys.
Where is basketball? I see baseball. I get what he's saying though.
guys, and they help move things along. But three parts to a career, right? You start, and to me, that's where you learn. There's the middle part, that's where you earn, and the third part is return. Now you give back. Now, it's not exactly clear how long Punk has left as an active talent. However, based on his recent performances, it looks like the straight edge messiah has a lot left in the tank.
I will say this one, they don't use him a lot. He doesn't wrestle as much. He doesn't have that week to week schedule. So it gives, I mean, he's much older. So it gives his body a chance to rest up and it gives that special appearance. You remember when The Undertaker was starting to wind down his career, he wasn't wrestling as much. And it eventually became once a year for WrestleMania. Now, it's not to that extreme, but as the older you get, you don't wrestle as much because you want to be able to keep your body as fresh as possible, and you want to keep up that newness of, oh damn man, we got to see the Undertaker or CM Punk, finally be out there, or John Cena. We hadn't seen him wrestle in months. Now it's a special fight feel. It feels special. They're about to get in the ring with someone. They've been building it up. Now I can't wait to see them, and they're probably a little bit more fresh than someone at that age wrestling on a week to week basis. And honestly, man, I do see him probably being a big part in the upcoming rise of newer talent in NXT because he's obviously been enjoying working with them. So I can see that being the case, more of a backstage role for sure. So it's kind of crazy how things come full circle in the world of professional wrestling, man.
Next up, Roman Reigns' act of kindness. Roman Reigns debuted new sneakers last night. 9 Kobe 9s during the Raw Netflix premiere last night.
Yeah,
Reigns has some rather generous plans for the shoes. According to Reigns during the post-show press conference, he wants to auction them off and donate the proceeds to a local children's hospital.
Awesome.
This is a lovely act of kindness from Reigns, and it's likely that the news on the auction will drop on WWE socials. Next up, John Cena confirms a new role in WWE. John Cena has been insinuating that 2025 really is it, and after this year he won't be wrestling in any capacity. However, during the post-Raw press conference last night, WWE's franchise guy did confirm that when he retires, he'll be taking on an ambassador role for the company.
Oh, for sure.
This will basically act as a Legends deal of sorts, and Cena confirms that he'll be retiring the jorts and he'll be making all future appearances in a stylish suit. Cena's babyface promo last night was truly outstanding, and Cena's story of overcoming his personal self-doubt and potentially winning world title number 17 could be the top WWE story in 2025.
And that's he sold it so good. Of course, he's damn near their ambassador now. He's going to always be their ambassador. He is WWE for life. When he retires, he's always going to put on, for the WWE as a brand. That's not even a question. And honestly, I'm really, really excited to see how they're going to book his last year in WWE and just in professional wrestling as a whole. I hope they cook this right because this is it. So
the real reason that WWE are breaking kayfabe. The special introduction to Raw on Netflix has fans talking mainly because Triple H would use taboo non-kayfabe terms such as work, shoot, face, and heel. This is a case of WWE completely pulling back the curtain, figuratively and literally, and the game was quick to defend the decision on the post-Raw press conference. The reaction seems like we did a good job with it. That was the intent, to capture the emotion and let people know we're not hiding what we do. I saw a lot of chatter today from people saying, oh my god, they said heel and face and shoot and work in one promo. We're not hiding what we do. That's what we do. To be honest, I think most of the world understands those terms. It's transcended our business.
Yeah,
it is what it is. People know what we are. We talk about it. Triple H will continue by saying that WWE aren't insulting anyone's intelligence by using their terms.
Yeah.
We're not insulting anybody's intelligence. We're an art form. Absolutely an art form that captures people's emotions. We don't take ourselves as seriously as most other people take us. It was all part of trying to capture that and say, if you watch this, and hopefully we'll honor what you love. If you never watch this and we'll explain to you what we are. That was the attempt. WWE using these terms in an intro for Raw would never occur under the old leadership, and it'll be interesting to see if Triple H leans into this style of presentation more as the Netflix deal progresses. Next up, our former world champion re-signs with...
And let's be honest here, bro. It's the internet age, bro. It's easy to find out anything about wrestling and the inner workings of wrestling, bro. There's literally wrestlers that have YouTube channels popular YouTube channels talking about the inner workings of the business itself. Come on now. Come on. Wrestlers have podcasts, all types of. Come on now, bro. If you complaining about that, relax. That kayfabe in that sense has been dead for a while. But what makes it so greater now is when you can pull it off and you don't know what's real and what's not. In this day and age, that's what makes it very impressive. If you can get people to somewhat believe there's some truth to what you're saying and what's happening, you got them. And that's really the tough part. But it does happen. You can pull it off if it's done correctly, man.
With WWE, Sheamus has confirmed that he recently put pen to paper on a new 5-year WWE deal. The former WWE champion confirmed this news in a new interview with Chris Van Vliet. This will mean that Sheamus will be wrestling in WWE into his 50s.
Damn.
This will also mean that Sheamus will be established as one of the most seasoned wrestlers on the entire roster.
For sure.
Hopefully the Celtic Warrior reaches his goal of becoming Intercontinental Champion before he calls it a day.
Please.
Next up, the WWE 2K25 cover leaked. During Raw, WWE aired a commercial which saw Roman Reigns go into a locker room with WWE 2K25 logo on the door. Minutes after this went down, it was leaked on X that the cover for 2K25 will feature Reigns alongside Paul Heyman. The cover is expected to be officially revealed on January 27th, and according to Sean Rossap from Fightful, Reigns will be on that edition of Raw. Screenshots of the game are being circulated across social media, and the common consensus is that 2K have drastically improved the visuals compared to the prior year. I mean, Cody Rhodes' face just kind of looks like night and day here. It looks much better in 2K25. And finally, WWE confirmed the Royal Rumble 2026 location.
You heard about this one.
Our final story today takes a look at the confirmation relating to the location of the 2026 Rumble. Yesterday, before Raw went live on Netflix, the company confirmed that the 2026 Rumble will indeed take place in Saudi Arabia. This was rumored for a few weeks, but now it's been made official. No official date is set for the event. However, WWE have confirmed that it will be in January as opposed to February. There were rumors that WWE were thinking of making the Rumble a 2-night spectacle, and based on WWE's official press release, it looks like it's going to be a 1-night show. However, people have voiced their opinion. And on WWE's official YouTube channel, the Royal Rumble announcement video currently stands at 15,000 dislikes and 5,000 likes. As you can imagine, there's a lot of people that don't want this PLE in Saudi Arabia. There you have it, folks. The wildest news story.
I don't. And to be fair, the Saudi Arabia's PLEs have been much better under Triple H's booking and creative, but still, no, bro. I feel like to me, the Royal Rumble, I think that should be more of a states thing. WrestleMania, you can start really doing stuff with that. You can ease your way into the international with that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would love, and I mean this wholeheartedly, I would love a WrestleMania in the UK. I think that would be fucking electric. I think that would be, if they were to do another WrestleMania outside the States, if they were ever to do it, the UK would, they would definitely have my vote there for sure. But me, I don't know about the Royal Rumble being other places. Yes, it could work, and maybe that's an introduction into doing that. But I feel like, for the most part, I feel like, at least with the Royal Rumble, it doesn't need to be in Saudi, only because Saudi already get like 2 PLEs a year. If it was a situation where they didn't already, maybe. But they get 2 PLEs a year already. So what, 2026, they're going to get 3? I don't know about that. I think that's a little bit too much. But we all know why that's happening. Money. I'm willing to bet they gave them some extra money off top for doing that. I'm just being honest with y'all. We're talking about millions and millions of dollars just for them to have it there. It's going to be sold out. Gave them millions of dollars. Millions upon millions just for them to have it there, bro. I'm willing to bet that's what happened. And at the end of the day, you can ask that question, is the money worth it? Well, to UFC combining with WWE, the TKO holdings, they think it's worth it. If there's millions of dollars on the table for one night, they're going to take it. I'm sorry, guys. So that is just what it is. And I'm willing to bet, and I hope it don't happen, but I'm willing to bet. And y'all can maybe one day come back to this video when the Saudi deal is supposed to be done. I'm willing to bet they re-up it. I'm willing to bet they're going to give them even more money to extend the contract for them coming to Saudi a few times a year. Mark my words. It's the money. The money talks, bro. So comment down below. Let me know some other wrestling related videos y'all want me to check out. I definitely will. Appreciate all the love and support. Road to 150K. Appreciate y'all kicking it with me. See you on the next one. Peace.